afternoon. The theory is that I can get through this trying less than she would. Betsy's story. When Ed and I met in the Sierra Club lemonade booth at Bevo Day in 1985, it was not love at first sight. We did become buddies and saw each other occasionally, chatting about common interests such as outdoor adventures and ethical humanism. And after 8 years and dating others here and there, we became a couple when the time was right in 1993. Meeting through the Sierra Club was a good indication that we would enjoy hiking, canoeing, camping, and outdoor sports like cross-country skiing and swimming. Ed had many friends in the conservation community, and I had my old friends from high school and teaching days, so our lives were enriched by sharing all of these circles of friends with each other. Although our years together were really harmonious, we did have our first argument on our first trip together. We were in a small town in Costa Rica, trying to choose a hotel for the night. Ed wanted to stay in a room which rented for $13 a night. I preferred a different hotel for $22 because it had an air conditioner in the window. I should point out that the weather was like St. Louis in August. I thought he was being an unbelievable cheapskate, but he eventually convinced me that we couldn't live like rich tourists while traveling in third world countries. That philosophy was ingrained in him, and it played out when we traveled in Africa, Mexico, and again in Costa Rica. I came to admire Ed's compassion and desire to share the lives of the people he helped. We didn't always have to travel in rough conditions, though. Our very favorite trip was walking 86 miles all the way across England on Hadrian's Wall path. We made the most of the pubs in the villages and the B&Bs, which were sheep farms, not suffering a bit on the way. As you all know, Ed was a quiet and low-key guy, but he did have his silly moments. Once, while driving through Iowa, he got the idea to surprise an old friend from his Kenya teaching days. As we drove by his house, we saw that he was up on a tall ladder painting the gutters. Ed drove around the corner and stayed concealed, sending me into the yard of a stranger in small-town Iowa, calling, "Jumbo, what up?" in a cheery voice. This is what he made. This caused friend Hal to come close to falling off the ladder, he said later. He came down from his painting and spent the afternoon with Ed, reminiscing about the good old days in East Africa. My story must include the love and good times we shared with our families over the years. As Ed and I grew to be best friends, I was honored to be embraced by the Schmidt and Goebel clans. Ed relished his new role as Grandpa Ed to my daughter's children. He always enjoyed spending time with my cousins and other relations too. The last few months, when reminiscing about our 26 plus years together, we agreed that we felt so lucky to have found true love in middle age and beyond. We had hoped there were more good years ahead, but we decided to be grateful for the time we